Hey, what's up, guys? Adam back with you again. I got another project to work on, and my buddy Glenn just stopped by, and he's got something for me to help him with. He's got a motorcycle frame here that he needs me to do a little bit of welding on, and a couple other little modifications I got to do. And I just thought I'd share this with you, and this is Glenn. I'll let him talk to you.
Hey, Glenn from DuckmanCycles over here. You guys may have seen some of the motorcycle work that I do. Adam does all of my machine work for everything that I've had. You may have seen the CR500 custom bike. He's done the welding in the frame of that and a few other little things. So this is my dad's KZ440. It's my dad's Christmas present. Today, coincidentally, happens to be his birthday and mine. But I'll talk to him later about this. But what we've done is we put a hardtail rear end onto it. We're going to be removing the swing arm out of it, and Adam is going to be doing all of the welding. My welding skills aren't particularly the best, as you can see. They're kind of sloppy, to say the least.
We'll get it cleaned up.
My flux core welder, so it's solid, it's straight. It just needs a better welding job to make it permanent and not breaking, or shouldn't break rather, with my dad on it. Because I hate to kill the old man, if you know what I mean.
I think we'll get her welded up. We'll make it look nice and pretty.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. That's it. So I got to get started on it now and get some welding done.
Gotta get the dog in there.
Ah, she was in there. All right.
You probably noticed I get Skeeter in my videos every once in a while, just
Yeah.
because.
Check out some of his videos. He's got a duck that his pet duck, and he's in a lot of videos too.
That's it. YouTube.com/Skeeter the Duck.
There you go.
Find her there.
All right. See you around. Hey, what's up, guys? So I got Glenn's motorcycle frame sitting up here, and I'm getting ready to start doing some welding on it. That's what he needs done. He's got this hardtail conversion that he's doing, and he went ahead and pre-fitted the pipes here, the tubing, and got them tack welded in place, but some of it don't look very pretty. He left the job for me. I'm gonna have to go in here and clean some of this stuff up before I can even get on here and start doing some welding. But I think he did kind of the hard part for me, getting everything fitted up, and he's got it tacked in place. But I'm gonna go ahead and start on this, and this is going to be kind of an ongoing project. I'm not going to do it all in one day and finish it, because I got other things that I'm doing, and I'm trying to fit this in between some other stuff now. But I believe he said this is his it's for Kawasaki KZ. This is a KZ frame. So I got it welded up, and I got a little bracket down here that I've got to move back for the brake. And once this is all welded up, this center swing arm will be removed completely. And that's all these little pieces of flat bar he's got tacked on here. That's just for alignment, so he can get everything aligned. And I've also got to make a couple little L-shaped shims for the axle slot here for each side, because his factory axles is a little smaller than the slot they got cut in here. So I got to make some shims that'll go in here, and the axle will hold them in place. But that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and get started on it. I'll give you a little closer look at some of this stuff I've got to work with. Looks like he's got one of them little 110 flux core weld machines at the house. So I got to get all this welded up. There's that side. And you got to get up here and weld that in. And then at the bottom also, where they come in and meet the existing frame, I got to get all this welded up. So Glenn, you got a job for me, man. I got to get that mess cleaned up. So I'm going to go ahead and do some grinding and see what I can come up with. Maybe start doing a little welding on this thing. Alright, so I'm just doing some wire welding, trying to get the flux and all the crud cleaned off the spot welds here, and I'm going over with my other grinders, just trying to dress everything down nice. I wanted to go ahead and get the, at least get some of the welding done on the front here. I don't have to worry about them popping off. I'm going to get these welded in partially, and then I'm going to do some more welding down here in the bottom, and make sure that those are in place good. That was my first little run right there. There was a big gap right there. Got a pretty good gap on this other one too. I got to fill in. That was one of the biggest ones. There's a little shot of the lower part that I just finished and wire wheeled, and I'm going to try to get this TIG welded in. You can see that big gap right there. I think I'm just going to use my MIG welder for some of these parts like this. There's another one over here. There's a real big gap there, and I really don't feel like sitting there trying to fill that in with my TIG. I'm just going to stick the MIG gun in there and fill it up. I'm getting ready to try to fill in this big old gap back here. I'm going to use my MIG gun for that. And, this bottom side here, I TIG welded it already, and it had a lot of crud and paint still behind it there on the frame that I couldn't get to, so it didn't weld real well. I went ahead and ground it down some, and I'm gonna run another bead across it with my MIG gun here and see if that helps. I'm trying to fill it up some. Well, the MIG did better there. It's got a nice, nice heavy hot bead across there, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Even though it's on the bottom, you can't see it. Still welded in good that time. Just a little easier, especially back in there like that. You know, just sit there and bridge weld, fill it in with this MIG gun. And when you get it real close, then you just weave it back and forth and fill it up. All right, so I'm making a little bit of headway on it, and I got it flipped over. I just did this side, and I got to do that side. That's that gap I was talking about. And I'm gonna get in there with another wire brush and see if I can't brush it a little bit more. But I done cleaned it and tried to hit it with my wire wheel on my air grinder, but I just can't get down in there. So I'm just gonna reach in here with a MIG gun and just keep building this up until I feel like I got it welded good. It's getting there. Get a little bit more down in that deepest pot. There it is. I just kept building that up down in there, basically just making like a little wall of weld, and then once I had it high enough, I just started there and just floated all together. So the bottom, I believe the bottom's about done now. So I'm going to regroup and start on another area. Just giving a little closer up of the back end here. I'm trying to get it welded up. A lot of flux that was still in there that I didn't get ground out, but it's turned out pretty good. I got this side welded on that end. So I got to flip it over. Got to flip the frame over and then do the opposite sides, bottom side there and that bottom side. I just about got this end welded up. I got to go across here, and there's some spots on the insides here that I'm going to have to fill in. Basically a big hole on both sides I have to fill in, but I'm not going to worry about that until I finish all this welding, and I'll actually be able to remove these braces here, these alignment bars, and then I can get in there and easily weld those up. Just about done. Just got a little bit more here to do. Alright, I got that old swing arm off, and just filling in them holes in the back. I just got this side here, and I've got one more to do right here. It's a pretty good gap, so I'm going to fill it in. I'm gonna work each side of the joint there, add some filler metal until I get it close, and then I'll weave it together. A lot of spatter, all them little BBs and crap all over from his little flux core welder, but I'll let him clean them things up. I got to weld it on there. So we're getting pretty close to the end here. Trying to think what else I got to do. There's a over here on the old swing arm. Got this tab here. I got to cut this off and weld it on here somewhere. I don't know where it's going to go yet. I don't know if it's going to be on the top or the bottom. Probably just end up making it the bottom. That's that bracket that the drum brake is hooked to. So I may end up having to make another bracket or see if I can't modify the stock one. It'll be down here. It's got to go down here and connect to that bracket. So I got to get that figured out, and I got to do something about making a spacer for the axle itself and the slots here. The slot's too big for the axle, so I got to make some kind of sleeve for that. All right, I got all the welding done. That's it. All the welding's finally complete. Just got to do a little bit of grinding to clean them up just a little bit. There's still a lot of spatter on there from where Glenn uses a little flux core welder to spot everything together. But it's all welded up on the top, the bottom. I got the back welded in good, and then the last thing that I just finished here was this little tab on the bottom. I just got this got that welded on, and the rear wheel, which is this here, that brace that connects to the drum brake there, I had to put some bends in it so that it would line up on the frame here, and I got it all lined up. I actually had the wheel mounted on here and kept tweaking the bends to get everything to line up right, and got it where I was comfortable with it. So got it welded on there. So the last thing I got to do is I got to make some sleeves for the slots right here for the axle to go through, because the axle is smaller than those. I'm just gonna make them a couple sleeves to fit in there, and then that'll be done. So I'm gonna get those finished up, and we'll probably have one more follow-up video, and I'll probably have Glenn come by and pick it up, and I'll put him on camera again and see what he thinks. All right, I'm set up, getting ready to make the two sleeves for the axle. I found a piece of 1.5 inch stress proof I'm going to make these out of. They're basically going to look like a flange bearing whenever they're done. It'll have a flange for one side, and it'll fit up inside the slot. All right, I got the flange diameter turn. That's I'm just making that 1.25 inches, and I thought I'd throw this in there. Somebody in the comments had asked me about how come I don't use a keyless chuck, and I had responded back and said I do have a couple keyless chucks. I do have 2 Albrights. This is one here. This is an Albright, This one's good for 0 to 3/8 of an inch, and I mainly just use this one. I keep a center drill in there, and mainly just use it for center drilling, and then I'll throw my big Jacobs chuck in there to do my drilling. But I just wanted to point that out, that I do have one and I do use it sometimes. And I'm going to use it for what I usually use it for, and it's center drilling. And I thought I had a 17 millimeter reamer, but I guess I don't. I looked in my drawer and I couldn't find one. The one I was thinking of is actually a 20 millimeter that we use a lot. And I got a feeling there's one in that drawer. I just don't feel like looking for it. So what I'm gonna do is just drill it. I'm going to drill it 21/32 and then stick a small boring bar and bring it to 17 millimeters, and the bore will be done. I'm really just trying to get this knocked out really quick here without spending too much time on it. Let me see. It's just going to be real short little flange sleeves. See, I went 1.25 inches. All right, something else I wanted to point it out. This drill just got stuck in the hole. It's been a while since I grabbed this 21/32, and I forgot about the sides of the flutes here have been burned up. It's got wear on there, so as soon as you start going up in the hole with it, all it's wanting to do is rub here because it doesn't have the clearance on it anymore. So it jammed up on me and pulled it out of the Morse taper socket. So I think I just need to replace that drill. I could probably cut it off and, you know, make me a little stubby out of it, but I need to get me another one. Anyway, I just one of them little things that happened. I thought I'd show it to you. All right, getting ready to bore it. Just using my Armstrong T2S 3/8 tool bit holder and a little 3/8 shank boring bar. Ain't got much to come out of here, really. Getting into a heavier cut because of that drill bit. I'm looking for 669. Looks like I'm there. We'll switch over to metric to look and see. Think that'll work? All right, there's one down. Always file that back edge off before you finish parting it off. That's one less corner you got to worry about deburring. Well, I dropped it down in the chip, so I got to go dig for it. I'm just giving you a quick shot of what I'm doing here. Here's the two little flange sleeves that I just made. There's the axle. They fit on there really nice. And they're also going to fit right here. One on each side, like so. So I'm getting ready to lug this thing up here and get it all bolted together. All right, I got Glenn stuff done. Glenn, you can come get this thing out of my way now, man. Got the flange bushings or sleeves installed here. Got the bracket mounted down there for the brake drum. I'll give you another little close-up shot. You can see one bushing there behind the head of the bolt. And on this side, I left the nut back a little so you can see it. And got the bracket there. Put a little bend in it. Weld the tab at the bottom to connect it there. He can clean that up and paint it so it looks better. It looks like everything's working. So it looks good to me. I think it'll work. Everything looks nice and square. He'll have to I'm assuming that this kit came with the little plate or something that goes on there. You usually have I'm trying to remember, it's been a while since I've had a bike, but I know you've got some kind of marking system on here with graduated lines so that you can keep it equal. But that's it. I got his job done. I'm going to call him and tell him to come and get it. And whenever he gets here, I'll bust the camera out again and get him on film one more time, see what he thinks about it. All right? See ya. Hey, what's up, guys? We got Glenn back in the shop. He's coming to pick his bike up. I got all the welding done for him and all the other little things that he needed done. So he's here to inspect my work and see if he's ready to take it home. What do you think, man?
Well, inspection passes. It's definitely better than the crap I was doing.
Better than that little flux core welder.
Yeah, that piece of crap Harbor Freight welder that I've got. It's okay on little things, but not anything like this.
Spot it together. You know, as you've seen in the video, I TIG welded it all together, except for the bottom where the big gaps where I used the MIG gun down there and filled those up, and fixed up his brake bracket there. Got it functioning. I think he's ready to start putting this thing back together. He's got a little bit of grinding and cleaning up to do, though.
A little grind, smooth out, no big deal. Mostly from the flux core spatter crap. I'll get that ground out, get a little bit of the rust removed from the frames when it's been sitting. Yeah. And once it's clean and painted, we'll drop the motor in, put the triple trees back on, and fire up. Yeah, we're ready to see it go. He's got a series that he's already started on this bike. This is actually going to be basically the 4th series, but it'll be my video. But he's already got 3 that you can go and watch, and I'll post up a link on the video to his YouTube channel. So if you want to, you can go and check that out and watch him building this thing. And I'm sure you're going to make some more of the final build, right? Absolutely, absolutely. Now that we're gotten somewhere here, we can definitely see some progress on it soon. So I guess that's about it. He did point out one other thing that we kind of forgot about.
The kickstand's probably gonna have to be shortened, which is not a problem. I told him we can just whack like an inch out of that and weld it back together. And that's about the only other thing that I might have to help him with, unless he comes up with something else that he needs.
Probably not. I think that's gonna cover it.
So you want to tell them about your YouTube channel again?
Yes, you can find more about this build. It's called the KZ440 Bobber. You can find it over on DuckmanCycles. That's youtube.com/DuckmanCycles. Over there you'll find this project as well as many others, including some of the Volkswagen stuff that I've been doing lately. So check it out.
Yeah, do a lot of interesting things on your channel, man.
Yes, that's the next thing I'm going to have you help me with, the Volkswagen axle beam.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Allows you to adjust the height of the front suspension.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I got the adjusters and I have the beam, so pretty much I need you to nick a section out of the center of it and then put the adjusters in.
I think we can handle that.
Back up.
I think we can handle that.
I think so.
So I guess that's another job for another video. All right, well, I guess we're about finished up here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and watching my little bit of work helping Glenn with the build. And go and check out his videos. He's got some good stuff to watch, always very entertaining. And be looking out for his final build.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, see you.